Hi there, I'm Shauna from Infinity Readings. I am going to be working on the Virgo female couple relationship. Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute here just to kind of acknowledge what I've done for this winter season. I managed to change up a few things. I vamped the logo a little bit. I actually got Aaron at Active Dynamics here. He has managed to make my intro for me, so I'm very thankful for that. He did a great job. I couldn't have done it. So thanks, Aaron, for that. I appreciate it immensely. And also to Ikson for my theme music. It's beautiful, upbeat, happy tunes. I can't get enough. I am now going to his page because it's just that great. It's all good gravy stuff. So I couldn't have revamped my winter season without these dudes around me. So I'm lucky enough to have them in my corner. So thanks, guys. Ikson, great work. Aaron, thanks again. Great work. So take care, guys. Enjoy your season. And Ikson, if you ever want a reading, just hit me up, man. Just email me. I will kick in and we'll set something up. In the meantime, take care. Have fun, you guys, and enjoy the readings. I do an overview for the feminine energy, 3 cards. And then we get right into, I have 5 decks I work from. We work from 2 tarots, a Lenormand, and then we go into the love and romance. So we'll see if we can uncover some blocks and get you on your way. Or at least leave you in a better state of understanding than you were when you first walked into this video, okay? So, first card we get for the overall energies for the Virgo, female in a coupled relationship, is individuation. So, that's not a bad card. I have to look at this deeper, but overall, as a general, individuation is usually signifying to me this person needs to know who they are as an individual in the relationship. So they're going to do whatever they need to do to attack that, okay? So that's what I feel coming about throughout the winter here. Now, the next card we get is contentment. And contentment is what this woman is also after. There's a feeling of discontent because I don't know who I am without the relationship. So she is going to figure out and feel appeased by the fact that there's something here about me being an individual by myself. I have to look into that a little deeper. And then on the other side of that, we have inspiration. So there may have been something that sparked this in her, that brought this about, or she may be a pivotal role play muse for someone else. Meaning she may be inspiring someone else to do the same, to look at themselves within the relationship separately instead of, because I'm feeling like there's a bit of a recognition here that I'm a codependent here and I need to be not that way anymore. I need to figure out how to not be dependent on my partner because I got to stand on my own 2 feet. Okay, so this is the energy that I'm picking up as a general for the Virgo female. Now, as we move into the cards and see what they hold, we'll get into the specific energy that she carries in the coupled relationship. And the first card we get is 18, the moon. So the moon is about secrets. It's also a Pisces card. And there's a lot of that filtered here throughout. So that's soft energy, right? Mysteries, secrets, things that are not revealed. Not yet, anyway. Okay? So that's kind of, there's some mysteries here. Or maybe it's just that mysterious feeling you don't know what it is. And you're going after to try and find out what it is. And I feel like for the Virgo female, I don't feel like she's unsatisfied in her relationship. I think she's just feeling like she's soul searching on her own. And she needs to do that. And I think that's that moon energy. She's trying to figure out what is making her unhappy. And she knows it's not the relationship, but she's trying to zero in on it. Okay. And then the next card we get is the Queen of Cups. And that's that watery, compassionate energy. Now, this Queen of Cups in this deck symbolizes that we got to watch here, because there's a cup here with emotions in it, and they're just sparkling like, and it gives me the sense that our emotions may not be, we got to tie these down, you know, we got to balance these out, like this queen. And then of course there's a tail here, you can just vaguely see it in the picture. There's a tail of a monster, so it's almost like we're going to tame the emotional beast here, because we're not quite on top of that yet. Okay, that's the sense I guess, but there's hope. That's the sense I get, but there's hope here. Things are not completely out of whack. I feel it's just lightly where emotions are getting out of control, and we need to rein that in. So the next card we get is the Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands is burying ourselves off from someone else. We're being defensive, and it may even be in the relationship. But no less, there's something here that is putting up a, you know, we're taking a stance against something. So this may have triggered this whole individual feeling that she needs to look into in the relationship. Okay, so a sense of being on the defense against someone. Okay, and the next card we get after that is Strength. So Strength is I feel like here she's gaining strength as she does this, and she's also going to be moving forward in that way as well. I feel like this may not have been the way she would work with things on the normal, you know, but she's decided to take a stance here, and it is doing her good because it is creating some power within her. Okay, and like I said, it may be even in the relationship that this is being done. Now on the second row with the Dreamers deck, we have the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords here is that Dramarama card. It's like, oh man, you wouldn't believe what happened to me. And I feel like the Virgo female, I feel like this is her story. You know, like she's talking to someone and going, can you believe So there's some kind of drama here that's going on. And I feel like she's not going to realize until she speaks her truth. And then may even be in regret of doing that, but nonetheless, she has to have it come out of her mouth before she realizes what's going on here. There's some kind of prison that she feels she's locked into, but her keys are in the pocket. She just has to kind of look for them. She's not aware that she has them. She is not imprisoned here. So there's something going on that she feels restricted. Okay, belief system maybe that she's carrying or not seeing clearly, something like that. But nonetheless, I feel like her spirit is coming out and taking charge here, and she's gaining strength, so I think she'll figure it out. Now, under the Queen of Cups, we get the Six of Wands. So that is victory, right? That is feeling very triumphant over something. So there's some kind of drama that came here, and then a sense of winning that battle. Okay, there's something that happened that came across that really kind of got us flung and excited, but we managed to make a way through it very successfully. Okay, now under the Seven of Wands, and that's that defense that they're putting up, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, and these are very sturdy, stable people. They're kind of slow movers and they're thinkers and not necessarily doers. That's why they're slow. They just kind of think about things and make sure. They're really particular though, and they want to make sure that all the ducks are in a row before they start walking. And I feel like this is what the defense is up against. This is what you had to put your defense. So this may be your partner. There may have been something come down the line here that we had to take a stand on. We could no longer. Because I feel for the most part, this Virgo female in the coupled relationship, I feel like she has had a situation or a pattern of, yeah, it's okay, just let it be. you know, being kind of passive or more compromising than the partner. And at this point, I feel like she is really putting her foot down against something. Okay, not sure what that is, but it'll be different for everybody. And then under the Strength card, we have the High Priestess. So, yeah, and she's looking right at that Knight of Pentacles. So okay, there's two things going on here. They're showing me the High Priestess is that instinct that kicked in to the Virgo female when she had to stand up for herself. That is the High Priestess going, yeah, we need to learn here and we need to grow and move forward. But the High Priestess is also looking at her partner and trying to shoot some how do you say, instinct his way. Okay, so I feel universally there's a split here. We got to give this guy time to let things sink in, because I don't know that he's gotten the point here of what you stood up for. Okay, that's the sense I'm getting, but he'll get it. The intuition's working. We just got to start looking in the right places. He may not be looking. He may be looking in logic, not in intuition. So that there might be a difference there in what he's getting. So under the Strength, we have the High Priestess. So I feel like that's coming both ways. You and your partner are getting inspired instinctively. And that is really why you stood up for yourself, because that instinct was so high we couldn't avoid it anymore. And if we could, we would, because we really don't want arguments, and this created a bit of a kerfuffle, but we're going to deal with it, right? And that's part of growing, because if we never deal with anything, we don't move forward. Now, as we get into Lenormand, the first card we get under the Eight of Swords is 40, the Masks. So this is part of the dramarama here. We are wearing a mask to our partner, and that's they're going, that's unforgivable. We need to start showing our real truths to the partner. Yeah, there's a part of ourselves, a big nasty part, and I'm saying nasty, but I mean it's a huge part of us that we're holding back from the partner, and they're going, why is that? There's no need for that. So there's something here about being two-faced to our partner, and we've got to drop that, because that's getting old. They're saying it's getting old. We need to drop the mask. Our partner is there for us. We have to trust that this is the truth, you know. And I feel like for those people that have been in relationships long enough, they know that their partner's there for them. They have to drop, and it's a lack of trust, right? But yet they trust the partner, but yet they don't trust that they're going to accept them wholly, fully, completely. That's not true. That's what they're going. It's not true. They're going to accept, but there's a false sense of personality here coming out for the partner, and there's no need for it. That's what they're saying. So the next card we get is under the Victory is 33, the Key. And they're going, yes, this is the key, is dropping that mask and just becoming who we are. We are pretending, and okay, hold on. Okay. This is interesting what I'm getting. Now, they're basically explaining to this woman, it's like I'm the go-between here. They're going, we are acting like a battered wife. We do not need to do this. We do not need to hide from this partner. This partner is not going to beat us up. This partner is trustworthy. This partner has given all that they can. At this point, they are starting to doubt that there's anything left here. We're not understanding how much we're hurting the partner by holding ourselves. They're going 55% back. This partner needs to know that the person wholly and completely. And how can we know that when all our secrets are kept and the partner is sitting there in a corner? Like, there's kind of a sense here that we're suffering in the relationship needlessly, but nobody's realizing it. Well, the partner's realizing it. Your partner is realizing he's suffering, but you are not realizing at all the detriment that this is to the relationship. Interesting. And the key lies in dropping the mask. They're going like this and take the mask off. We need to be vulnerable to our partner, or this will not succeed. So there's some kind of dire strait here that's asking for drop the facade. We're pretending to be perfect and the perfect housewife, all of this. Just be yourself. Do what you can do and move from there. I'm going to let that go. It's pretty heavy. They're like pounding that in there. There's something to do with pretending to be somebody else in the relationship and it's not working. It's starting to fade here. So the Knight of Pentacles, under that we have the aggressive woman. This is interesting. And they're going, yes, because the aggression is going towards the partner. There are things happening here that are starting to get diluted, is what they're saying. Almost like you're deflecting your... Okay, I'm not a psychologist here. I don't get what they're saying, but it's almost like they're saying this woman is deflecting her problems onto the partner and then bashing him for it. Okay, so if that makes sense to you, work that out, because that's something that's it's like you're making your partner pay for something that they didn't do, and or yeah, beating your partner up about something. I'm not saying being up, but emotionally battering them with words because you are feeling inadequate. It's kind of like a deflection, they call, right? And there's something about that here. You got to look at things because the partner's being harmed here, and the Virgo female is just really unaware of this whole process, unaware that it's wrong. Just I'm just venting. He can take it. Da da da. No, he can't. He doesn't want to take it, and it's harming him and the relationship. So we need to deal with that. Okay. Now under the High Priestess, we have the Scythe. And that is the cutting away. And that is why I feel, okay, that's what's coming down to here. There's some, they're going, it's the ability to do this needs to be cut. The mask needs to be cut. There's a lot of things here that need to be cut out in order to have the healthy relationship back. She is going into her individuation mode because she's starting to rip apart the relationship because she is feeling inadequate, and that is not correct. So for some, that will make sense. Okay. Now the Scythe is about ripping away those things, and they're going, we need to rip away the behavior. We need to cut out the behavior or the relationship will be cut. So it seems like, and that's kind of the essence they're giving me about the partner. Partner's starting to feel like they don't want this anymore. And that could be also an option as well. But they're going, if you're going to cut anything out, let it be the mask that you're wearing and the behavior that you're starting to exhibit towards the partner, because it is not validated. It's not valid. We shouldn't be doing it. Okay? This is not personal, but it's personal. Like this is, you know, there's a problem here that we're not seeing, and this, hopefully this is highlighting for somebody. It's crazy. Okay? I feel like, again. So I gotta, I don't know, chill a little bit, but that's the message I'm getting. They're going, this is not correct. I mean, they come at me in that way as well, so don't get me wrong. I get this, but I don't like going at people like that. But it's kind of like they're channeling through me here, and I'm just giving you what I got. So hopefully you can use it, and it's useful to you. The next line, the love and romance, we have the first card as the Five of Cups, and that's the quarreling, the squabbling, the arguments. Okay, and what do you know? It's on the mask. So there may be a sense here that there's a personality here, a side to you that doesn't put up with shit, and another side that's kind of passive, and the side that doesn't put up with shit kind of gets in line with the men in your life and starts dishing things out. I feel like it's not always been obvious, but it's starting to rear its head, and it's starting to affect things, right? So the Five of Cups just accentuating that. And of course the mask has a lot to do with the arguments. So this false sense of who you are and this individualization that you're trying to get under is really going to help you avoid arguments, because that's what's causing the arguments, is this false sense of, you know, whatever it is. Maybe it's the ego, I don't know, but they're going, no, not necessarily. There's ego here, but it's, you know, more convoluted than that. Then on the 33, we got the key, right? So what are the keys? And then we get the 6 of coins. Now, the 6 of coins is about someone, they have a painter here looking at a woman, and he's painting her and appreciating her for her beauty, and she's kind of feeling pretty because of it. Okay, so there's a sense here that I'm pretty, look at me, and being noticed. Okay, that's what that is about. Now, what is the key here? I want to be noticed in this relationship, and I'm not getting noticed. So I'm going to create havoc and dramarama until I do. And this is that false mask. We just have to simply talk to our partner and say, you know what, I don't feel like I'm getting enough attention. And then the partner, he's pretty strong and sturdy. He'll be able to pick up on that. But this drama stuff, he don't pick up on that. That's just confusing him, making him want to leave. So this is what's going on. If this is as simple as it is, then key into that. There's an easy solution here. Direct line of communication would help. But it seems that, yeah, so if there's someone watching for their partner, here's the key. You just have to give them a little more attention, show them a little more attention. That's what they're after with all this drama stuff. They don't have the guts to say that in person. They don't have the wherewithal to come to you. You should. And the Virgo female in a coupled relationship is feeling really kind of mousy. Kind of don't want to stir up anything yet. When it comes to the line here, she's putting up a defense, but I feel like it's about things that are not as important as the real, like dancing around the subject, you know, beating around the bush, that kind of thing. And that's what the dramarama is about. But the man doesn't know that because he's trying to figure it all out. And it's taken him a while, and his instincts kicking in, and he's still reluctant to know, is that it or not, you know. So we have the woman in the window, and underneath her we have the 15, which is the devil, and that's the symbolizing of, you know, kind of like the spoiled brat syndrome. Well, if you're not gonna da da da, then I'm gonna go where da da da. I can get, and it may not even be that harsh. It just may be spitting and a sputtering that I'm not getting what I want here, and feeling chained to listen to the, you know, they're listening to the wrong information, and this is ego driven. Pay attention to me, be with me, da da da. To a certain degree, we can come off as humble and say that directly, but I feel like we're, like, again, we're beating around the bush. We're kind of going back to childish behaviors in order to passively aggressively get this, right? We're trying to gain this somehow underhandedly, and it's not floating here, right? So on the strength side here, we're cutting away as well. We get the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups is about celebrating. So, you know, we may be like, if you're not going to pay attention, I'm going to go out with my friends and have fun and blah, blah, blah. And then that just starts a whole other ball of wax that, you know, and they're going, that too needs to be cut. We need to cut the periphery and deal with our partner one-on-one. There should be no fear here. This is irrational. So somebody is looking at their partner in fear, thinking that they can't face them because they're going to get reprimanded in some bad way. And they're going, nope, they're going to get the answer, and they're going to get what they want. So they need to just directly go to the source and figure that out. But for some reason, we're beating around the bush and not dealing with the president here. We got to deal with the head of the line. This is the man that's going to change it. So talk to him. Don't go out and create havoc and drama just so that you're getting attention. But it's bad attention, and you not knowing the difference there. So it's an interesting situation. So we may have some people on the younger end of relationships that are kind of going through the Page of Cups route, you know. Well, we got to learn how to communicate with a partner rather than hint and be passive aggressive, right? Because, or not even aggressive, I just feel passive altogether. They're not getting in, they're waiting for the guy to mind read, that kind of thing. It's not happening. and it gets lost in a bunch of frustration and just shouldn't even be there, right? So, yeah, a lot of well, not even miscommunication, just avoidance. We're not, it's like, it's the way it's always been, and maybe we had bad relationships in the past, okay? And we're reluctant to come to the partner because we've had bad behavior happen when we come to the partner and talk. So then we're gun shy to do that from now on. So that may be what's going on here, you know? We may have a situation where this person is just gun shy and they just beating around the bush trying to create havoc and figuring the guy should know and figure it out. But there is communication. There's words you can tell this man and he will understand. And not only that, he'll be relieved and then he'll just move forward and do that. Give you more attention, whatever you want. Because I feel he's very malleable. I feel he's very workable. Usually the pentacle dudes are. I mean, he's a knight, so he might be a little frazzled by it, but we work it out. We can work it out, right? So there's some behavior here for the Virgo females and the couples that needs to be cut away from her, right? The moon is there, so there's secrets and a lot that's being kept, but there's drama, a little bit of drama offshooted here, things that we're standing up for that really don't matter. They're going, this really doesn't matter. We're standing up because it's something we feel we aren't going to get chastised for. But we're not going to get chastised anyway in any direction. We need to stand up for the things that we truly want, not things that are just making havoc, creating havoc, that kind of thing. So she's gaining strength here. Positive points, please. She's gaining strength, and we're moving on. Okay, so let's get into the sex side here. I'm getting carried away. I'm lecturing. That's what I was doing, is lecturing. Under the 5 of Cups, the arguments, we have the 7 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands is kind of the slimy love card. It's kind of like, I'm going to get what I want, and I don't know if you want this as much as I want it, but I'm going to get it anyway. That kind of thing. I mean, the cards around it will symbolize more what's going on here, but I think the sliminess is really that two-faced part. If you're holding back 50% of your personality to your partner, you're truly not in the relationship. There's something else going on, and it's like, how, you know, that's kind of the slimy love part. It's like, who are we really dealing with this forward? So that's kind of the thing that's going on here. It's a little deeper than that, but I'm not going to go no deeper, okay? So the 6 of Pentacles is about, you know, I feel I need to be the center of attention, and I don't feel like I'm getting enough. So I'm going to go in directions that do that for me. And that may be creating some havoc here. And if it does, then you're not going to stop me from doing it because you're not supplying it. But we're not having this conversation, right? So it's all left to the partner to kind of decipher. In the meantime, we're not being honest. Okay, that's really what I'm getting. So on top of that 6, pay attention to me, is the Queen of Cups. Now, if you look at this card, the Queen of Cups, man, she's indulging the man, right? So we could take a hint from that. Why don't we do to our partner what we are wanting for ourselves? There's one scenario. And secondly, there's a lot of compassion in this woman that can come forth, and I feel like she maybe has to enforce that. She maybe has to take action to do that, is really the sense I'm getting here. Now, on the Devil card, and again, you have an earth sign here, and that is the Capricorn, so you may be dealing with a Capricorn sign. But on top of that, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles here is about a man indulging the woman. I'm going to make you feel good. He's just creeping up on her, and he's going to lavish her with everything he's got. She's got fruit on her. Let's get it going. This is what's going on. So if we have the Devil energy here, and we have that sneaking forward, we got to be aware because they're going, there's a danger here that we're in a coupled relationship. We're going out and gaining attention from people, and some people are going to get ready to, how you say, jump in. So this is something in the air. It feels very lightly, and it could be easily batted off, but I feel like that's the temptation for the Virgo female. She's going out trying to get attention, and at the same time, she's in a relationship, right? So these are two separate places. So she's going to watch for that, because it's going to create havoc as well. Has the ability to create havoc, okay? Now, under the scythe and the 8 of Cups, which is, you know, we may have to cut out socializing here with our friends and social circles, and, you know, pay a little more attention to our partner. If we're looking for more attention, why are we leaving, right? Under there, we have the temperance, so that's basically reiterating, we gotta cool it. We gotta come back home, deal with the partner, and work on this, because we're really kind of distracting ourselves, and we can get into trouble very easily with temptation outside the relationship. So attention is what you're after. So try to give what you are yearning so much for to your partner, and see if you can't start something up that way. See if you can't inspire him to keep going with it, right? Because, I mean, you have all the tools here in the relationship. You have a lot of compassion for each other. And the Queen of Cups, under the Queen of Cups, like, there's nothing but emotions overflowing. We may be at a loss here for controlling that emotional center, but we need to divert it back to the partner, not in an emotional chaotic way either, in an emotionally stable way where, yes, I love you and I care. And that's what the Queen of Cups here on the sex side, that's what she exhibits. She exhibits that balanced cup forward. Hers is completely overflowing. She's full to the brim, and she's going outward in compassion, true, loyal compassion, going outward to her partner and sharing. And that's really the whole thing. We want attention, then go to your partner and give it. That's how you get it, because then you'll be vibrating at the frequency. Right now you're vibrating at a frequency that is not conducive to a good relationship situation. It's conducive to arguing and squabbles and increase of that. So this is the energies for, wow, for the Virgo female. Now I horizontally, now I'm going to go vertically and rip it all apart. So we start out with the moon energy, and that's the secrets and the, you know, and I feel like now, knowing what I know here through the whole vent part, I feel like that's the 50% that you're holding back from your partner. Show them who you are. I think there's a fear of rejection here. Everybody has that. But they're really confident that your partner will not turn their back on you, and they feel like you should know that as well. But if you need to be told, this is what it is. It's like the partner will not turn his back. They will maybe even discover new ways to care and share and pay attention, right? If we expose those parts. But if we hold all ourselves back, the partner feels that to a highest degree. They feel like they shouldn't be in the relationship, because if they're not sharing, you know, it may not be talked about, but it's felt on an emotional level. So this is what's going on here. We're feeling like, oh, he don't know and he's all fine and blah, blah, blah. No, he's feeling and he's reacting, and things are not, you know, are starting to slip here, and we don't want that. So the moon, the illusions, the secrets, the holding back, right? The 8 of Swords, the drama that I'm willing to create rather than talk. I'm willing to create drama and arguments and can you believe this and da-da-da, and go outward to other people, everybody other than the partner. So the drama-rama is part of that mask, number 40, that we're wearing. It's creating scenarios here where we're being not impatient, but we're not being true to who we are, and that is not fair. My words are escaping me here, but you know, basically the whole mask thing. I went through the spiel, so you know what I'm talking about. And then, of course, on top of the mask is the Five of Cups, which is creating the drama, more arguments. You know, there's drama, then there's the mask putting on the front, and it could be ego as well, right? Digging in here. And then the Five of Cups comes out, and then there's actual struggles. Like, you know, spitting and spattering and, you know, going out with friends and jealousy is going to bring all that to the surface. And then on top of that, we get the Seven of Wands. So there's still the slinky behavior going on here, but we got like some issues to deal with before we can be completely, we may even be using our feminine wiles against our partner. Okay. So that's what they're kind of giving me a feel of. Okay. The next row, Queen of Cups. So that's that compassionate energy. It's there, and it's also the emotional instability. I don't think we're completely off our rocker, but we're really letting our emotions run away with us, and we know the boundaries here. We really are our sign, and we got to get grounded with that. So we should be feeling instinctively that we're out of control, but we're not. You know, we're trying to rein that in. Now, Six of Wands is about victory. So you may be victorious in reining some of those emotions in, okay? Or it may be 33 that there's some keys here in the emotional center that can unlock you, right? Over dramatizing, overreacting emotionally. You know, if we get a hold of that, we can gain victory, and that is another key, along with removing the mask, to getting to the root of all of this. Now, and the Six of Coins, just stating the fact that yes, we are needing attention and wanting attention and craving attention. And then the Queen of Cups is, I feel like, a universal card going, well, why don't we try and do that to our partner and see what happens? Why don't we try to pay attention to our partner, turn that boat around, and then see if it doesn't come back? The next row, we get the Seven of Wands. We start with that. That's that barrier. We're standing up for ourselves against our part, and I do feel this is our partner. We're standing up for ourselves against, you know, putting up a boundary against the partner. Who's the partner? The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the dude that is, I mean, he's focused right now. He's searching his intuition because he feels he can't connect with you. And then the 29 is your energy, but you're looking out the window. You know, you're kind of looking out away from the partner. And that's another behavior there that needs to be redirected back to the partner. We're going out and socializing and looking at other things to distract us from kind of the hard work. And the hard work is just being honest, but really it's not going to be work once we realize how it will be handled, which is like, well, that's all you want? Why didn't you tell me? You know, it's not such a big deal. We stress about it a lot more beforehand. When you actually get up on the doorstep, knock on the door, and you open, it's like, hey, you know, it's all happy and good. So it solves the situation. That's the sense I'm getting. So 29, she's focused, but not in the relationship. And then the 15 is kind of like the troublemaker, right? Also, you know, the Capricorn sign coming out here, so that could be the partner as well. But signifying that looking in a different direction is troublemaking, and that's where we're headed. And then we end on the 10 of Pentacles, and we got to watch because that is a 10, right? That is an ending. But here it's really the essence that I got was this man will come around. We need to let him know, and if we don't let him know, but the thing is he'll eventually come around naturally anyway once this whole kerfuffle drops. But the kerfuffle is about the attention, so it's kind of a weird loop because you're not getting the attention because of the drama that you're creating, but you're creating the drama to get attention. So it's one of those weird things. Okay, the last line, we get Strength card. And the Strength card is this woman is going to gain her strength here. She's going to beat around the bush until she bumps her head, and then she realizes, you know, it's like that's what's going on. She's going to get it near the end of the winter. She's just going to sit and stew in it for a little while longer. Why? because the high priestess is there and she's trying to give her instinct. Not only that, she's looking directly at the partner as well and shouting at him, do this, do that. So the universe is working highly with their energies in this couple, and they're trying to make them understand intuitively what they need to do. And part of that process for the Virgo female is cutting away with this, with the scythe, right? Scythe is there to take the, what do you call that? The wheat, cut it out, get the seeds from the whatever, the chaff they call it. Is it the chaff? But anyway, I gotta stop using metaphors because I'm screwing them up. But the 10, cutting away of what needs to cut away. What? The false personality. And maybe not even false, but hidden. I get a sense this woman is holding back 50% of herself from her partner and giving it all to her friends. But when she comes home, it's like, no, I'm going to harbor. And they're going, there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason to justify this. We're not going to gain. So we need to let that go. And then the 8 of Cups is about her. That's the devil direction that she's going in. She's going to get into trouble here. Just start, and it starts with drinking and then being out with friends that aren't your partner. You know, these can get you into tricky situations, and then it's going to be harder to repair things after that. When it's a real easy fix at this point, we want to jump in when it's to that degree. And then on top of that one, celebrating with friends, we have the temperance, which just means temper it down a bit. Take it easy. Because not only is it not good for our relationship, it's not good for our health. So we got to watch. Watch what we're doing. It's all for the betterment, right? They're going, we got to keep in mind, we're for the highest good here. That's what we're trying to, and, you know, it's like the Virgo females going, highest good? Who needs that? You know? So we got to take into account what we're doing or what we're accomplishing. Because if we take a tally and really look at what's going on here, I think what's being accomplished here is chaos and arguments. So we got to see that that result is not what we want. So we got to change gears. Inadvertently here, being true to ourselves is really going to end up with some kind of inspiration coming from that. And I feel like there's people that are witness to this Virgo female taking charge, and they are inspired in the same way, or at least holding that inspiration till it's useful. And then also her being inspired by something, maybe within the relationship or her partner, to, you know, make that decision whichever way she's going to go. Because I feel like there's a great strength building here that she has never come from. And she's kind of testing the waters there, but she's very unsure and very scared of consequences. So we're not trusting the partner, even though the partner's trustworthy, to handle anything that we have to say. So we're holding it all back, and we're kind of trying to deal with it on our own. And that's why the partner's there to handle, and to help you out. And so they're feeling left out of it. So a lot of that. And then during the whole process, when we got arguments going on, you know, just taking off and hanging out with the buddies, and then again we feel left out, right? There's a feeling of the partner feeling left out. So yeah, hopefully that settles. I feel like there's a part of her that settles on a decision, and you know, something here happens because not only her, and I hope it is being true to herself and her direction forward, and then she just, you know, it just manifests into a great thing where you inspire other people to do the same. But no matter what it is and however you deal, that is the way that it's meant to come down here. So few squabbles and whatnot, and we're kind of avoiding issues, but I feel overall you just got to gain your strength to realize that your partner is there for you, and you have to not have to, and you can go to them and discuss, and not be there won't be bad things that come from that. So man, that is the Virgo reading for the female in a coupled relationship. Kind of complex there until I figured it out, but it seems like there's somebody is wanting attention, not ready to ask for it, but I think they'll come around to the instinctively to the right decisions, because they're both being kind of bombarded by instincts by the universe, and they'll eventually come out here on top. There's just a little bit of maybe baggage, right, from the female. She's kind of being triggered by something in the relationship, and it's causing her to kind of go squirrely. So she's got to rein that back. Being that, you know, she is an earth sign, she can rein that back and take control. But she's very much in her water element, over emotional to a degree, and that's causing her not to see straight. So once she gets a hold of that. So for the winter 2018 into 2019, October, November, December, January, February, March. This is the scenario that should be playing out in this female's life, and hopefully it plays to a good degree. So take care, have fun, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that stuff. It's going to be a long season here, I think, till we figure closer to the end of, you know, beginning of spring here, until we understand exactly what we want and need. But nonetheless, going forward, we will figure it out. So for the Virgo female and couple relationship, take care, have fun.